matters. You know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdorf, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more many more where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams tell us Canadian.
Go after they do the anthem and stuff, and then I'll start talking. I can't turn it off.
At this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able to. Remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem.
Two very different sides of the story, and that's what's so exciting about the promotion relegation here. Welcome to Downsview Park. It's a chilly one here in North York, Ontario. It's the North Toronto Nitros taking on the Borough FC. And the Borough, a team who's joined in 2024, looking to already get themselves into the League One Men's Premier Division with a win here tonight. Finishing on 40 points, they were only 3 points back of automatic promotion, but will have to do the challenge game against North Toronto here tonight. 10-10-2 their record was, finishing in third place. And thinking just maybe one or two of those draws, if they were able to pull all 3 points, would they even be in this match? Well, it doesn't matter here tonight. They have to get the win if they want to see themselves in the top division of the men's League One Ontario divisions. And on the other side of the coin is the 10th place North Toronto Nitros, who finished with a record of 5-2-13. They'll host tonight's game as they were the premier side, looking to stay in the division if they can get a win here tonight. My name is Noel Vogel. Thanks for tuning in here on League One Live. And taking a look at the starting lineup, starting with the home side and the Nitros, and Nicholas Allison getting the nod here tonight over Ryan Tiltic, who has been away from duty for a time. Allison has started the last 7 games here for the home side. Noah Pickering in between him is Luca Perforis, the two center backs named here tonight. Luca DeMarco back into the lineup. He's played almost every single game this season, only missing one a few weeks ago away to Sigma FC in their loss. Cyrus Rolick starts up front alongside Abdul Babawale, Jamie Benyon Abraham as well. Bola will be on the left backside, Vukas, Nico Barros, and Hazim Kadib in the middle. And for the Borough, Gagliano gets his 3rd start since the loss of Nico Zagar, who went back to the United States for his college duties. A player who was called up to the Uruguay U17 national team and has really proved himself so far at the end of this season. He is yet to lose as the Borough's goaltender so far this year. Ryan Silverstein, who had quite the week 17, he was named to the team of the week, and a player who's got a lot of potential for this Borough side. He starts at right back. Callum Gray, as well as Alec Caribo, and Cedric Ngunu, who's the captain here tonight for the Borough. That makes your back 4. Nitros will start off with possession. It's slid out of bounds just in front of the Borough dugout. Misjudged that time by Garibo. It's cleared forward and up at halfway, and the whistle blown down. It's going to come back just in front of the technical area. And a player down just in front of either dugouts. It's hard to see from across the pitch, but an early not so good sign for the Nitros. Traveling fans from the Borough, of course, these teams not too far away from each other. And a great atmosphere here at Downsview Park, and a beautiful pitch home to the TMU Bold, who will host their first game of the OUA season coming up very soon, next Thursday, when they take on Queen's University. And a lot of the players from this Nitro side, of course, playing on TMU over the fall. They'll have to play on Sunday when they travel to Trent. And even though this is the final game of the League One season, all these players, well, most of them will be continuing their play in the fall with their preferred universities and colleges across North America. DeMarco stands over the free kick after the foul committed by Nguno. Bit of a ways out to think about it, so DeMarco will step off the free kick. And now Babawale will be the one to whip this one in with his left boot. The in-swinger trying to find someone here early for the Nitros at the back post. That one is cleared away easily, never made it inside the 18. Cleared back into the danger of play, and Gunu away, and back out at half. It's cleared all the way across center, now at the far side. Nitros hold possession with Menyon Abraham. Pickering. Kadib. DeMarco. He finds Barros. Barros winding through a couple of Borough players. He was taken down, no foul called. Silverstein. Switches to the far side, Kuzaj. Now Marak be able to win the throw on the far side. And we'll look quickly as the Borough now gain entry into the final third. Almarak be double teamed on the far side. Rolex will now take possession. Almarak be another young player, class of 2026. He was competing during the summer with Team Ontario in the U17. He had quite the championships where he scored twice in the final against New Brunswick. And he starts on the right wing side for the Borough, an exciting player to watch. There's Babawale. Looking to find a delivery into the area. It's cleared away. As Traore will get it out of harm's way for the Borough. Nico Barros wins it back, and that's a dangerous challenge in behind by El Marakbi. Another free kick for the Nitros. Still a bit of a distance to have a go. Abdul Babouale will stand over once more. Bodies pile in the box for the Nitros. Whipped into the center of the 6-yard box, and Porferis got ahead to it, but it was well wide of the goal. Neither of these teams, of course, seeing each other during the regular season. Another exciting thing about this promotion relegation battle is both teams will take some time to figure each other out. As it's dispossessed once more. Rolex trying to drop it off. Silverstein able to get it back inside his own 18-yard box. Able to fight through a couple of challenges. Now he finds Traore. Needs switch for Garibo. Trying to find the feet of El Marakbi. That was cut out by Porferis. Now with Kuzaj. Traore. He had that one intercepted. Now Babawale. Babawale played for Humber College in 2024. He had quite the run in the OCAA. Scored 5 goals and assisting 8 in his 3-year career at the OCAA level. He's scored 3 goals now this season in the 14 appearances he's had in League One Ontario play. And always so dangerous cutting in on that left foot on the right wing side. You see that with El Marakbi as well for the Borough. Cedric Ngunu. Traore. Ngunu evades pressure and looks long. El Marakbi the target. And quick out of his box is Allison. You'll collect. Allison forward. DeMarco gets up there with Silverstein. It's headed forward by Babawale into the path of DeMarco. But he's shuttled out of bounds, and strong defending that time by Gray. Quickly into the feet of Traore, who looks The far side switch, but it was read really well. Here come the Nitros. Down inside the box, the referee saw nothing. Cries come from the home side. But nothing to come from it. It was a great run inside the box by Borough. Who made an excellent interception to win the ball back for the Nitros, but can't win the penalty inside the box. Babawale on the turnover, just dragged it wide on that right post. It was right place, right time as that ball came right across the 18-yard box, and he could not find the bottom right corner. And what a chance early on for Abdul Babawale. Nguno, pressure coming in again by the Nitros, and they're able to get it all the way to El Marakbi, the Borough. Traore. Now in the feet of Nguno. Silverstein, one-on-one with DeMarco. Cuts in onto that favorite right, was defended well by Babawale, who was able to win the 50-50 against him, and he's taken down. Referee elects not to blow his whistle. Traore will slow things down as he picks it up once again in the midfield. Munoz. Traore. Traore once more, lets it run, will drop back for Nguno. Taken away that time, a strong challenge. As Munoz had lost out. Here's Pickering. Munoz once more as the Borough regain possession here. Silverstein. Wrapped up, will go back to Munoz. Into the feet of Traore. Francis. Munoz. One time over the top. Into the path of El Marakbi. Battling there with Bola. Here's Munoz. Traore. Borough pending here, trying to find a box. And ball into the box as that one comes across. Back in front. Pickering got a touch. Diving to clear it away. And a foul is going to go against the Borough. And a free kick. Saves the Nitros from defending a really good opportunity here early on. Kadeb. He'll fire forward looking for the target in Rolex. Foul near center field. As Babawale was in a tussle with Munoz. Kadeb. In behind Babawale. May have a chance here trying to cut back onto that favorite left. Able to get a touch inside the 18. Save made by Gagliano. He's able to hold on to the rebound. Quickly out to the far side for Kuzaj. He's dispossessed the interception from Bola. Looking into the feet of Rolex, but it was poked away. And now here comes the Borough once more. Rostemi lost his footing, watched there by Nico Barros. Porphyris was able to clear it away. Kuzash in a battle and he loses out, but the foul is called, or may have gone out of bounds just before. It'll be a throw in for the Borough and they look to take quickly. Nguno. That one long and looking for Ryan Silverstein, who was making the bolts up the near side. Cedric Nguno, he was suspended after receiving a red versus York, and he missed the last 3 games of the season. Otherwise playing almost every minute this year in the League One Championship. He captains his side once again here tonight in the all but important for this Borough program and trying to get promoted into that League One Premier Division where they feel like they belong. Didn't quite have the success in the Cup as they lost in the first round to St. Catharines Roma, and they might have to defend here. Chance here for Bola, who had a goal, and it was saved well by Gagliano and cleared up and over the net. Pardon me, that was Benny on Abraham who made the run in from the far side, and that strike looked like it may have beat Gagliano over top, but it's going to be a Nitro's corner, their first of the match. Outswinging ball. In towards the back post is cleared by Nguno. First touch came off of Nitro's head, and now it's in the feet of Rostemi. The Albanian Rostemi will drop back. Borough back in possession, Traore. Now with Francis. Kuzaj. Traore able to escape the challenge. Munoz. Advantage played by the referee into the path of El Marakbi. Inside the 18-yard box was defended well by Katib. He's able to clear now as far as Gray. Silverstein with his back turn, able to get towards the byline. Silverstein in an area to shoot. Came across the face of the goal, blocked on the line by Perforas. And cleared as far as Francis up at half field. Munoz will have a drive, and that one was always veering to the left side of the post. But the Borough fighting back with chances of their own after that close call for the Nitros. Entering past the first quarter of an hour here in this promotion relegation match here at Downsview Park. The Nitros looking to stay inside the Premier Division for next season. The Borough looking to promote themselves once again in their second season into the top division in League One. Here's Callum Gray. He's knocked down by DeMarco. He wins the free kick. Traore will play short into the feet now of Ngono. Caleb Gray. That pass was looking for Traore. It was out of his path. It was picked up by Barros. A strong challenge from Francis to win it back. Vuskas now forward for Barros. Babawale will turn back, yes. The Nitros will hold possession here. DeMarco. Porphyris able to break the line to find Benny on Abraham. Now here's Bola. Lots of pace down that left wing side. Inside the 18-yard box. Can he deliver towards the box? Rolex a shot off the side of the post, and Bola clearly offside on the far side. But both teams only inches away from finding this first goal of the match. And Cyrus Rolex, the player you want that ball to be on his foot inside the 18-yard box. 10 goals in 17 appearances this season in League One Premier. Just could not beat the post that time. That ball given away off the outward kick from Gagliano as DeMarco now finds Babawale. Nico Barros. Babawale dispossessed, and now Rostemi has lost it for the Borough. Into the feet here of Vuskas. Kadeb. Nitros finding themselves now in this match. They weren't so confident in those first 5 minutes, but a couple of chances they've had in the final third have led to them to have really calmed this game down and are playing to the pace they want to play. You can see the pressure they've put on early have caused the Borough to cough up dangerous balls in dangerous places like they've done so now. Benyon Abraham, Bola. Crossing towards the back post, Babawale. Nobody there for the Nitros, and allowing Gunu to clear, but only as far as Barrows who have a drive. And that one always curling away from the left post. And for North Toronto, a game they felt maybe they shouldn't have been in this position at the end of the season. And again, only winning 5 matches in the Premier Division, but they found themselves all the way and only a penalty kick away from being in the League One Cup final. Here's El Marakbi on the left boot. That one just dragged wide. But for the Nitros, in what was such a lackluster season for them, they just struggled to win against teams near the bottom of the table, where they found themselves near the end of the year. Only 17 points. They were 6 points off of 9th place in front of them. But in their loss to bottom table London FC, who had only won 8 points all season, but were able to beat teams who were closer to the top half of the table, including Vaughan. They beat them both times during the season in both the home and away fixture. You feel as though some of those other games had gotten away from them. But nonetheless, they need to find a way to win here tonight if they want to see themselves back in the Premier Division next season. That's given away by Nguno, as Vuzgas, the other captain, is able to win it back for his team. Here's Babawale in behind Gagliano with an aggressive play to come out of the box. Rolex tried to play it across goal, but Gagliano was able to get back onto his feet and pick that ball up inside the 18. Traore and able to get it back after giving it away, and he's taken down. A free kick going the Borough's way. And the Borough, with the immense talent that they do have, and a lot of very young players who are still yet to play at a high level, even in the fall, in either the CAA or the OUA, or even in the US in the NCAA. They found themselves near the back end of the season losing a couple of their really top players, and you look at players like Jordan Spence, the Brampton, Ontario native, who they haven't had since August 3rd. He scored 9 goals in his 15 appearances, was the leading scorer for them this season. And even in the midfield, Christian Kashishian, who had 8 goals this season, not in the lineup as well for the Borough. And having to find players with success down the stretch and this late into the season, when you may not have all your players due to other commitments in other places during the fall season. As that ball a little too far for Bulla on the far side. They found themselves in a difficult position coming into this game, feeling like they have not had the strongest starting 11 they could field, as they did throughout the season, in what was a very successful League One championship campaign. Gagliano able to clear that one, but no intended target down at the halfway line. Kadeb. Pickering will clear forward into the feet of Babawale. DeMarco now in a wide position, that curling ball in towards Rolex, who was well defended by the captain in Nguno. Kusaj Dispossessed this time into the feet of Rolex. Cyrus Rolex trying to get through. Gagliano got down, made the stop. And the Borough just able to clear pressure for now. Kusas just giving it away. Here's Barros. Barreling down the center of the penalty box. It was blocked by Nkuno, and now Francis with a chance to move it forward. And an excellent play as Rustemi now with space and green grass ahead. Rustemi trying to go in behind for Silverstein, was cut out by Pickering. And Kadib will clear. And the Borough back with possession inside their own half. Chances coming on the counter-attack for both sides. And expect to see that throughout this match as each team look to cement themselves with the first goal here. Traore. And Guno. Kusaj. Traore getting plenty of touches in the midfield for the Boroughs so far this evening, and just playing 24 minutes now. He's able to skip past his man and spring to the far side here for El Morakbi. Traore, a fourth-year player at Queens. 26 career OUA games. And was a regular starter for Queens University for the past 2 seasons. And has also been a big part of the success of this Borough side. Munoz. Silverstein looking to isolate on to Marco. Back up for Traore. Sees a target inside the back post area, but that one too far. Garibo was the one making the run towards the back post, but that was away from him. We played 25 minutes here now at Downsview Park. 0-0 the scoreline at the promotion relegation match to the League One Premier Men's Division between the Borough and the North Toronto Nitros. Kusaj misjudged that header, but fell into the path of his captain in Nguno. Looking to spread wide for Silverstein, and that ball was a little too much to ask for Ryan Silverstein as that one rolls out of play for a goal kick. This may be the last game of the League One season, but still games to follow as the League One U20 fall season gets underway next week, with many of your favorite League One teams entering their top U20 players over the fall season. And you can follow that all on the League One app, where you can download on the Apple or Android App Store and follow each scoreline and all the stats to feel a part of every single game. Only one will be televised, and that will be the U20 final, which will come in November. It'll be here on YouTube on the League One channel. Switch to the far side for Kusaj. Couldn't get the touch. El Morakbi came to help out as that one floats out of bounds. Rustemi. El Morakbi dispossessed now with Babawala. He's able to turn neatly now. Beats another man, trying to find Rolex in behind. Munoz now in possession for the Borough. And Bola with another great interception here. In towards Rolex inside the box. Able to touch away from Nguno. Defended well by Francis, and such an experienced player at the back for the Borough, and a side that has a lot of young talent. He's been solid all season for them in that position. Kadib. Porphyris into the feet of Benyon Abraham. Here's Barros. Both teams starting to settle down. We had a break of play where it was very back and forth in transition. Both teams finding chances, but now we can see the home side trying to control the pace of play once again. Borough spread wide now for Porphyris. He's looking long to Marco. Now isolated here with Gray. DeMarco had lost possession, but he's able to hold on to the throw. Porphyris now with Kadeb. In towards Babawale, who tried to flick on for Benny, and Abraham was making the run. Now with Barros. In behind for DeMarco. Trapped in the corner, looking for delivery inside the area. Shot right on. Gagliano with the save, and he holds on. The Nitros continuing to pepper Marcus Gagliano in net. And so far, he has come up big with a couple of saves so far in this first half. Nearing in on the first half hour of the match. Here's Barros. Benny on Abraham. Bola. Still with Bola. In towards the area, was cut out by Traore, now cleared by the Borough. Porphyris able to skip pressure, and he'll send it back for Pickering. Kadeb. DeMarco. Luca DeMarco, well-known name around this park in Downsview, and playing all 5 years at TMU, even before when they were Ryerson University. Here's Bola. Benny on Abraham. Touches inside the area. Able to skip away from the challenge. What a stop. Munoz commits the foul. It's just outside the area. But what a chance for Jamie Benny on Abraham, who's only scored 1 goal all season. Neat feat to get through a couple of Borough defenders, but he could not beat Gagliano, who has been absurd so far in this first half. The free kick given up by Victor Munoz, and Abdul Babawale the one standing over it. You would think this would look better for a right-footed player, but Babawale will be the one to stand over it on the left side. Abdul Babawale stands over in front of the wall of 5 for the Borough. Saved out for a corner, and another for the Nitros as they continue to put the pressure on here. An intense crowd here at Downsview awaits this corner as it's swung towards the 6-yard area. Comes back out for Benny on Abraham. Back into the danger zone. Traore was able to clear, and now here's El Marakbi. He's knocked down by DeMarco. He's able to win possession back cleanly according to the head referee. Cleared away as far as Babawale. DeMarco. Kadib. Cleared out by Traore. Rostemi beat that time by Benny on Abraham. And it'll come back for Bola inside the Nitros half. Porphyris looking in behind for Bola, who made the run. Cleared away by Kuzash. It'll be a Nitros throw. Benny on Abraham, who's had the best chance so far in this first half, and the Nitros feel like they deserve one right now, but haven't been able to find the back of the net due to the stellar goaltending of Marcus Gagliano, who, a reminder, has only played 2 League One matches this season. And they were the last 2 games of the year for the Borough. Bola. Benny on Abraham. Driving in towards the box seats now with DeMarco. Nico Barros. DeMarco. Barros chasing as that hugs the end line. Comes towards Nguno. He can't quite clear it. DeMarco tries to drive it back across goal, and it's cleared out for another corner. The Nitros will look to capitalize here again on a set-piece opportunity. It's been all the home side in these last 10 minutes, as they look to get one here before the end of the first half. Outswinging corner in towards the front post. And it comes back out, a chance for another delivery, but that one was blocked by El Marakbi. A battle for it as Babawale is able to win the throw for the Nitros here with a little over 10 minutes left in this first half. Kadib. Pickering will spread it wide for Bola, who will twist away from Silverstein. The Borough trying something different with Silverstein out on the right wing side. And you'll see El Marakbi stationed here on the left wing. Azim Kadib. Benyon Abraham. Glides forward as the Nitros move into the attacking half. Here's Bola. His blistering pace has been a huge problem for the Borough so far in this first half, and he looks to deliver into the area, and Kuno away. Battle for it there as Garibo is able to get it wide now here for El Marakbi. Now on this left wing side, one-on-one with Kadeb inside the area. And that one spread right across the 6-yard box. Silverstein looking to put it back in. A high looping ball, but it'll come out of bounds before it'll be a goal kick for the Nitros. Dangerous here, and it could turn into a chance for the Borough. Spread it back in across goal, but nobody there as Porphyris able to clear it away. Allison was taking a little too much time inside his own 6-yard box. And the Borough attacking with pressure that time. Spread wide for Bola. Incredible pace to even get a touch, but it already got out of bounds. And he'll bring that back for a Borough throw-in. What a chance for the away side to try and break some of this offensive pressure that the Nitros have had over this last 10 to 15 minutes. The Borough have yet to really control the ball for this past little while. Here is Kadeb. Kadeb once more. We'll go back as he was challenged closely there by Caleb Gray. Kadib will now play forward into the air as Kuzash throws in a challenge against Rolex. Bouncing ball, Traore. Was knocked over and Barros will pick it up. Trying to find Babawale, who was cut out in the defensive duties by El Marakbi. Turned over once more as Voskas has it here on the near side. Watch closely there by El Marakbi, who's able to win it back for the Borough. And he'll take the throw. Break quickly into the feet of Munoz. He's dispossessed now. Here's DeMarco. Neat skill here on the near side. He'll look to play in Rolex. Cyrus Rolex trying to get back onto that favored left. Babawale outside the 18. It was blocked by Traore. Bouncing ball, Silverstein in a battle there with Benyon Abraham. Abraham back for Bola. Able to split through a couple of defenders. A strong challenge by Kuzaj. And now Francis will move forward into the feet of Rustemi. Cyrus Rolex just brings so much attention inside the 18-yard box. Was able to find Babawale, but it's a great job by Francis to get across and get the block. That one cleared outside of the park area by Porphoris. It'll be a throw for the away side in the Borough. Ball cleared once more by Porphyris. It'll be the throw just in front of the Nitros dugout. Entering the final 5 minutes here of the first half before extra time. 0-0 the scoreline, but certainly could be much higher for either team. Chances have been of plenty here in this first half. And the Nitros are looking to maintain this pressure that they have as they move quickly out of their goal kick. Here's Pickering. Luca Porphyris. Pickering. Now the far side for Bola. Rolex looking to hold up. He was grabbed there by Francis. And the free kick will allow the Nitros to move into the front half, but they'll play back quickly here as Kadeb will find DeMarco. Kadeb over the top once more. Hands go up from the Borough side. Babawale, the flag stays down. Rolex a chance, blocked by Nguno. Cleared away by the Borough. They felt that their line was sturdy enough as Babawale made the run in behind, but he was kept on side by the lingering defender. It could have been a really strong chance for the Nitros here late in this first half. Barros in a battle as well there with Muscas. Now taken away by Traore and a counterattack opportunity. Traore will try from distance. And Allison had to be sure those cat-like reflexes to steer that one aside. Traore had to go from 25-yard odd distance, and he made it difficult for Nicholas Allison in goal as he concedes his first corner. And a set-piece opportunity now for the Borough. Corner to come in from the away side. In swinger towards the back post, and nobody able to get a head on it as it clears out for a goal kick. As Garibo couldn't find his intended target. Bola. Barros able to turn with time as he finds Kadeb. Hazim Kadeb now into the path of Luca DeMarco. Silverstein back now on this left wing side as he picks up on his defensive duties. Here's Barros. Porphyris. Head up looking for that ball in behind. He's able to find Bola. Kusaj had knocked over his man, but it wasn't enough nearly enough for a penalty, as Bull had gone down inside the penalty area. But it'll go out for a Borough goal kick. Gagliano will go forward. DeMarco able to cut out that long ball. Wins it back and is able to skip through a couple of defenders. Spread wide now for Babawale. His cross into the area. Towards the back post. Kuzaj will help it on. Rolex now. Lost possession now. Murakbi. Porfris had defended that one calmly and well. Traore will find Nguno. Munoz. Gray did well there as that pass was a little too far in front of him, and now with confidence he moseys his way in across into the final third. Here's Rostemi. Traore. Victor Munoz. Silverstein. Borough have yet to really get him going here in this game. 3 goals on the season and his 16 appearances for the Borough. But he's an electric player on that left wing side. He is now, and it's a foul committed by Garibo. The challenge late on Noah Pickering. We're moments away from getting the indication from the 4th official for added time here at the end of this first half. 0-0 the scoreline, but you feel a goal could be coming. Possibly at the end of this first half. If not, definitely in the second, the way this game has opened up for both sides. Babawale attacks inside the 18. He had lost his footing on the ball. Looks to take on Gray once more. DeMarco. Kadib. Looking to get service. Silverstein putting it on pressure. Ball flipped forward for DeMarco. Cleared away by Gray. And now we're into added time. Minimal here at the end of the first half. Just the 1 minute to be added on as Bola will find the feet here of Vuskas. Spread wide for DeMarco, who's making the run in behind. Able to keep it in play. And Gunu was there, and he clears it out of harm's way, and that will be enough for the first half here. 0-0 the scoreline at the Promotion Relegation League One men's match here at Downsview Park. The North Toronto Nitros in the Borough held scoreless through 45. We'll be back for second half action in moments. Stay tuned here on League One.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off. with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
Welcome back to Downsview Park here in North York, Ontario. It's a promotion relegation match of the League One Men's Ontario Division between the Borough FC and the North Toronto Nitros. And for both teams, you could feel like either could be deserving of a 1-0 lead after the first half, but through 45 minutes we stay scoreless, 0-0 the score. My name is Noel Vogel. Thanks for tuning in here on League One for the final League One men's match of the season. And if you're North Toronto, you feel even more that you should be up leading in this game, and you can just sense a goal coming very, very soon. If it were to stay like this, we would go to an extra 30 minutes of extra time, and if it needs more than that, then we'll go to penalty kicks to decide the winner of who will be finding themselves in the League One Men's Premier Division for the 2025-26 season. No changes to report at the halftime break, and not surprising from either team. They seem to have the success they would have wanted in that first half, just not the finishing touch for either team to strike a goal here. And you feel as though even one could be enough to win it for either team, and the first goal is going to be the most important. The Borough had a lot of their success in the start of the first half, and they started to dip off a little when the Nitros had found some real offensive prowess in the last 15 minutes of that 45. Francis looking to clear away off that throw in towards the area. El Marakbi just couldn't quite keep it in. You feel almost maybe a substitution could be something to make or break this match for either team, whether they can get a spark off the bench. For now, they'll stick with the starting 11 for both sides as Bola making the run down the line. He's cut out by Kuzaj. Francis to Traore. Kuzaj stuck in an awkward area and made it even more awkward for Gagliano on his offside. He'll have to clear it away and out of bounds for a Nitros throw. But still an amazing atmosphere here at Downsview Park, and pretty much full capacity, if you could say, here in the bleachers. Bola trying to isolate into the box. Rolex on his back turn, and it was poked away. Barros couldn't hold on to it. Now Rustemi will look to travel down the wing side. He was cut out by Porphyris, and it was out on him. He took the throw nonetheless, but it will be Borough in possession with the throw here on the near side. Traore trying to turn. He put that one into the feet of Benyan Abraham. It came back to Ngunu, who gives it away now to DeMarco. He was knocked down by Gray, and it will be a free kick going the home side. Abdul Babawali, we've seen stand over this free kick in this position multiple times already in this match. He hasn't quite had the deliveries he would have wanted. We'll see if he can deliver here this time. Floats that one in towards the area. It was the Nitros who got ahead to it, but it's cleared long gone by Kuzaj. Flick forward, Pickering will help it on. Barros did well there to keep that one in play. Double team able to skip the challenge from Kuzaj. He went down, he's able to win the free kick. On the opposite side now of where it just was. Babawale will trot over as he will stand over this free kick once more. However, the Nitros will look to take quickly here. Now to the final third. Barros towards the back post. Put back across by Pickering, who was on a tight angle, and he couldn't direct it in on goal as that one goes up and over the goal mouth for a Borough goal kick. Kuzaj will help it on. Barros able to pick up that ball into space into Rolex on the turn. Cyrus Rolex has given the Nitros a 1-0 lead, but it was offside. The crowd here at Downsview Park had all thought that the first goal had gone to the home side, but it was to be denied by the far side assistant referee, who had put his flag up instantly on that one, and you could see the face of Rolex. He was ready to celebrate, and it was stopped quickly. So we stay at 0-0. But it may be a sign towards the Borough that they need to wake themselves up here in the second half, because it has been all North Toronto so far. It'll be a free kick going their way. And the thing about this match, and you look at either side and how they finish off the season, and for the Nitros, they came off an 8-0 loss to Scrosopi. Bola trying a neat rainbow flick over the far side. Didn't quite work out for him. But the Borough coming into this game, you feel more confident. They had a lot of better results near the end of their season. It wasn't enough to get them automatic, but to feel a little more confident coming into this game. And you saw that in their start in the first 15 minutes of this match, but the Nitros have really found themselves here. Silverstein trying to use his pace to get around Porphyris, and he took him down. And the referee quickly across to clear it all up. talked about in the first half and how the Borough really haven't got Ryan Silverstein into this match so far. He's been pretty isolated from the game, and it's credit to strong defending from the Nitros in this game so far. Kusash will play it in towards Silverstein, and now towards the 18-yard box, but Pickering quickly out to clear it. And Babawale's now find the stride of DeMarco. Luca DeMarco stopped by Gagliano and cleared away by the Borough captain as he's taken down. And Aguno will win the free kick. You think if Marcus Gagliano hasn't played as well as he has so far in this game for the Borough, it's a very different scoreline. Another big stop and a big moment, that time for the TMU graduate and Luca DeMarco. Looking for it again now, but Gray able to win the aerial duel as he clears it away. Here's Kadeb. And it was grabbed that time by Rustemi, and that's a no-nonsense foul call against him. Bola. Barros. Switch back to the right back in Kadeb. Kadeb in towards Rolex, who looks to collect but couldn't quite gain his touch. Borfris did well to escape the challenge of Rustemi. Rolex bounces off Francis. Francis able to win the 50-50 that time, and he clears it off a Nitros player and out of bounds. Kusash to take the throw for the Borough. Flicked forward by Silverstein. Bola, pardon me, took a challenge from behind. Is able to win the free kick, and it'll be played short as Pickering will hold it here for the Nitros. Now Kadeb. Borfres. Bola. He's been an exciting player to watch so far in this game. Blistering speed out on the left wing side. Barros. Babawale. Nitros forced back now here with Pickering. And he'll go all the way back to Allison, who hadn't had much to do if you look at shots on goal so far in this game, especially in that first half, but he was tested by Jaje Traore, who had that long distance effort that almost caught him out. But he was up to the challenge and made an excellent stop. That's an excellent ball down the line for Benny and Abraham. 2-on-3 now. Played in towards the box. It came off, and Guno, he's able to win the corner. Benny and Abraham thought it came off a hand, but it was clean off the chest that time of the Borough captain. And the corner will be left for Babawale to throw in an in-swinger here. 10 minutes so far into this second half. Nitros have contained most of possession so far, but that corner, a bit of a waste. And the Nitros won't get much out of it. Aerial battle won that time by Kadib. DeMarco did well to keep it in play. Sliding challenge coming in from Gray. It'll be a Nitros throw. Azim Kadeb. Evades one challenge, a pass went under the foot of Babawale. Francis looking to play forward to Rastemi, and an excellent flick on. Could be a chance here for the Borough. And a block made by Pickering, and he's hurt inside his own 18-yard box. The Borough able to win the corner. And he took that block shot in an awkward position. On the inside of the thigh that time, it was well hit by Azem El Barakbi. Noah Pickering doing anything he could to make sure that ball did not get through. In on goal, Nicholas Allison, but he's okay to continue. He'll come back into the penalty area as the corner comes in from Garibo. In toward the 6-yard box area. Bodies were flying everywhere. Allison had gone down. He was looking for a call, none to come, but it will be a Nitros goal kick. Allison will play short into the feet of Kadeb. Touchdown by Rolex. Traore was able to intercept. Barros does well to keep that away from Silverstein, but he's knocked down. Silverstein in a battle with 3 Nitros, and he was knocked over, and he's able to win the free kick. Munoz wanting to get things underway as he finds the feet of Kuzaj. Rustemi. The Albanian able to skip away from a few challenges. Barros trying to clear it away in the feet of Silverstein. Traore, and he took a hit and a clear foul. And a free kick for the Borough around 25 yards out. A real opportunity here on a set piece for the Borough, who have been on the other side of a dominating second half so far from North Toronto. If they're able to use this opportunity to get a clean ball in here, it'll be Munoz to step over on that left peg. Munoz, high looping ball towards the back post. Allison came out, punched it high up into the air. It's cleared away, and DeMarco will be the one to pick it up. DeMarco will just play forward as he continues to run onto it, and he wins the throw-in on the far side. Benny Abraham had one of the better chances in that first half, but he's intercepted that time by Silverstein. He's forced back. Kuzaj will play forward. Bola. Ben Abraham able to skip away from Silverstein. He'll knock it back for Porphyris, who finds Bola. Now here's Pickering, Kadeb. DeMarco trying to toss away from El Marakbi. He was able to get away, but he had lost it out as Traore got the foot in. Now Marakbi knocked down. And now Traore with it once more. And he's taken completely out by Luca DeMarco. And those two players have seen a lot of each other over their years in the OUA. And well versed with each other. As they come colliding, DeMarco will receive a warning. No cards yet to come out in this game. It's not like it hasn't been physical. It's just been relatively clean so far in this game. But a mistake that time, as Allison couldn't quite keep it in play, is going to be a Borough corner. And Victor Munoz Toronto, Ontario native. He has quite the experience and one of the older players we see in the League One division. And he played for FC Palanga and his professional days in Lithuania before coming back to Canada to join the Borough. That was cleared away by Pickering. Now Marakby a chance to redeliver. He does towards the front post. Kuzash, Allison let it roll! And right into the back of the net. Not sure if Kuzash got a touch, but the Borough does not care as they celebrate the first goal of the game. And they take a 1-0 lead in the 62nd minute. And a real mistake from the Nitros goaltender, as he couldn't quite control that ball that came back in towards the box. Kuzash just put enough pressure, and it rolls in across the goal line for the first goal for the Borough. And the away side, who felt like maybe they were losing control of this game, the Nitros came out firing in the second half. They'd scored a goal, which was called back due to an offside. But this will be the first one to stand, and it'll go to the Borough. For now, it will be Alex Kuzash who will take credit. We'll wait and see what the final issue is, but it doesn't really matter. The Borough are just happy to have this 1-goal lead. Traore, Kuzash. So Alex Kuzash credited with the goal. Silverstein in towards the area, cleared away this time by Porphyris. And now it's cleared back out as Kuzash now finds Silverstein. That one played out for a goal kick. Pardon me, a free kick as Porphyris will stand over. So Alex Kuzash has played a majority of League Two all season for the Borough. It started the last 2 games at right back for them at the end of the season, and now he's got the biggest goal of the year for them so far. And he's also able to win a free kick in the first yellow card given out to Luka Porphyris for that sliding challenge on the near side. And another free kick in a dangerous position for the Borough. You would expect another look here for Munoz on that left leg. 2 in the wall for the Nitros. Munoz steps over the free kick. What a chance here if the Borough could take a 2-0 lead. That one towards the back post, heading towards goal. Porphyris had gone down inside the area, and we're going to get a free kick. It was on a separate challenge as Pickering down in the corner now. But the Borough creating chances now. They're taking advantage of these set pieces. It was what started the creation of that goal earlier. As that ball had gone in, it was put back in towards the 6-yard box where Kuzash was able to get the touch. No card given out on that challenge, just a warning towards Nguno. Gray able to win that aerial battle. All 5'5" of Caleb Gray flicked on and right into the path of El Marakby. And he's got the pace in on Pickering. Just dragged it wide of the right post. The Borough are really ticking now. They found some confidence after that opening goal. And Silverstein well late on the challenge. Kuzash sends that one way out of play, and that's going to earn him a booking in the first towards the away side. Free kick for North Toronto inside their own half. They'll play it back as Perforus will take it and send it across for Kadeb. Pickering looking to switch wide. It was off the head of Rostemi and out of play. Quick throw played into the feet of Benyon Abraham. He's in behind on Kuzash. Well defended that time by the lone goal scorer in this game, and a very unlikely goal scorer. You would think from all the scoring from either of these teams and the players who have recorded multiple during the regular season with Kuzash, the man to put the Borough up front. Here's Babawale looking in behind for DeMarco. Has the beat on Gray in towards Rolex. It was cut out. Munoz had gone sliding in. He had caught Rolex away from the play. Back onto his feet now and into the area. Twisting. Bola. Towards the byline. Now it's a back post. It's cleared away by Francis. Munoz helped it along. But now the Nitros holding possession here in the final third. Benyon Abraham. Bola. Isolated with Kuzash towards the back post. DeMarco couldn't get it. And it'll be a goal kick for the Borough and our first substitution to come. And it's going to be the way side to try and shore themselves up in this match. And it's going to be the goal scorer, Alex Kuzash, who will come out. And George Julias will be the one to enter. Julias, another player who has played majority of League Two this season. He scored 3 goals in 10 appearances in League Two. He's had a few starts this season for League One, but he makes an appearance here and will play the remainder of this match at the right back position as the Borough try and shore up this 1-goal lead. Babawale. In towards Volkes. Able to skip through the challenge. Can he get the shot off? He does. It was blocked in front, cleared away. Helped back into the area by Kadeb. Now here's Barros. Barros over for Bola. Nitros in the box waiting for service. Bola towards the line. Was taken down. North Toronto felt like it should have been a penalty, but none to come. They'll win the corner. And they'll have to do with the set piece. Nico Barros will head over to take the ensuing corner. Final 20 minutes still to play. 1-0 the Borough lead. Alex Kuzash, the goal scorer, who was just subbed out momentarily. That towards the back post, and well long for any Nitros player to bring it back into play, and another waste of a corner. For North Toronto here in the second half. You feel like the emotions have changed here for both sides as the growing frustration for the Nitros after conceding the first goal of the game. Can they keep their heads in this match as Bruce Demi goes into the back of Barros? Another substitution will happen here, but this time it'll be the Nitros. And Bola will be the one to exit. And we'll see the introduction of Sofiane Frage. And a like-for-like swap here on the left wing side. Frage a little more of a midfielder type player, but able to play on the outside. And you look at the job that Bulla did on that left flank and his ability to get crosses into the area. And Frage gives you a little bit of a different look as he likes to cut in more on side on that right peg. And we'll get a break here, as not a good sign for the Borough, as Marcus Gagliano dealing with some cramps over inside his own penalty area. Frage, another player who will be playing here next week for TMU when they kick off their OUA season. And just finished his rookie year last season, the Scarborough native. And he's featured in 18 matches this season. He started 5. And he'll feature for the last 18 minutes of this one. An all but important promotion relegation match between the second last in the League One Premier Division and the third place side in the Borough, who currently lead as they look to promote themselves into the top division of League One Men's Ontario. And for the Nitros, we know their success they had in the League One Cup when they were able to get to the semifinals. They lost on penalties. And it was who just came in, Sofiane Frage, who missed the last penalty for North Toronto in that game. That ended that penalty shootout. But so close to finding themselves in a League One Cup final. And to see themselves here in the relegation battle, now down a goal. With a little over 15 minutes to play. Frage trying to change that as he drives towards the byline in a collision with the two substitutes. And it's won by George Julius, as he was able to let that ball run out for a goal kick. Nearing it on the final quarter of an hour. 1-0 the Borough leads. And just looking to solidify the rest of this game, they're readying another substitution on the far side. And Guno was caught but able to play it forward. Pickering, referee, felt there wasn't any need to play advantage. Here's Frage. Sofiane Frage into the feet of Benny and Abraham. In towards DeMarco. Gray was able to cut it out. Kadib. In towards the penalty area and cleared away. El Marakpi was knocked over. Well defended by Kadib. Ball stays in play with DeMarco. Porphyris now with Kadib. DeMarco. Gray sliding in. Advantage was played momentarily. Another challenge coming in on Kadib, and we'll see substitution. It's going to come from North Toronto.
North Toronto substitution in the 75th minute.
So their second of the match. So Lucas Dick into the game as he tries to look for a goal, and he gets an opportunity. But Rolex took it away from him, and he skied it over top of the crossbar. On his favorite left, you would expect that one to be in the back of the net. And Cyrus Rolex comes up empty inside the Borough penalty area. So Babawale exits, and Benjamin Dyke into the game. Rolex held up there by Francis, and he's going to concede the free kick. Barrows was looking to play quickly here, but now he'll stand over and wait for bodies to enter the penalty area. Barrows with a chance to deliver. Bodies pile in towards the back post. Barrows, high looping ball, that one well deep. But Gagliano wanted to take no chances as he deflects that one up and out for a corner. Luca Porphyris will be the one to take the in-swinger. Ensuing corner, well deep of the back post. Played back in towards the 6-yard box. Fresh! The substitute ties it. It's Sufjan Fresh, and it's a 1-1 game. And now the Borough really on their heels. The Nitros have taken back momentum. His second of the season, and an all-important goal to get the North Toronto Nitros back tied up. We're even 1-1 here with 12 minutes remaining in the 90. It's Sufjan Fraj. As I mentioned, it could be a substitute to change the play of the game, and it has. The Borough felt like they were on the front foot. They concede the corner. And the initial corner wasn't quite how they drew it up, but maybe it was to get it back in towards the box, and it came out to Sufjan Fraj, and he made no mistake on the finish. And now you can see the energy back in the Nitro side. As they're able to win the free kick, they'll slow things down. Barrows will trot over to stand over this free kick on the far side. You feel there could be another goal in this game. That one cleared away by Nguno. Rustemi was there. Pickering now taking touches inside the 18. A chance to shoot. It was blocked in front. Pickering still battling for it as Julius goes down. No foul. Fraj. Benny and Abraham able to keep it in play. Tacking towards the byline. Inside the area, he goes down. Referee come quickly to wave it off. Kadib will fire it back in towards the edge of the 18. And Dyke out underneath Nguno, and he commits the foul. Final 10 of the 90. 1-1 the score. Borough free kick, and it's spread wide looking for Silverstein. His touch forward is cleared out by Fraj. Silverstein able to get away from Fraj momentarily. He's got it in the corner, twisting in towards the penalty area. Cleared out by Kadib. Benny and Abraham couldn't control it. And it's out for another throw. Quickly in towards the corner, Silverstein. Able to break away. Porphyris took no chances as he clears that one out of bounds. The Borough supporters trying to urge their team on. We're a little outnumbered here at the home of North Toronto Nitros. Gagliano well out to clear that one out of play. Both sides fans trying to urge their team on with minimal time remaining here in this promotion relegation match. It's been so tight all game. After a 0-0 first half, we've seen 2 goals here in the second, and we're still tied up 1-1 the score. Here's DeMarco, able to win the throw. Reminder, if we remain tied, we'll go to an extra 30 minutes of play before a possible penalty shootout. That one spread it across goal by Rolex, but it's out of play. It'll go out for a Borough goal kick. And Gunu looking to play quickly as he fires that one forward for El Marakbi. Kadib was able to cut it out. Traore held down. In possession of DeMarco. In towards Cyrus Rolex, but that was cleared away by Nguno. Sliding challenge holds that one in play. Gray able to chase down Dick in towards Rolex. Julius had to be careful, but he was able to take a touch and clear. DeMarco. Working towards the byline. Away from Munoz. He wins the throw. Rolex takes a touch inside the 18. He's battled away there by Traore. Barros will have a go. That one blocked by Francis. Spread out wide again here for Frage. Sufjan Frage, the goal scorer. In towards the end line, taken down. Referee saw nothing in it. And the North Toronto fans can't believe it. Spread wide once again, but that one misplayed by Nguno. Played in quickly to Barros. Back for Frage. His touch around Julius, and that time he draws the foul. Another free kick opportunity here for Nico Barros to deliver into the area. Barros swung that one near post. Silverstein away. Vulkas. Kadib forward. Traore heads it back in towards the path of Rustemi. Now here's Benin Abraham. Options either side. Finds Frage. Frage working down the flank. Cuts onto the right. Save made. Traore clears away. And Gagliano makes another stop here for the Borough. Now Rustemi's got in. It could be a chance here to counter for the Borough. Rustemi taken down. And Vukas knew what he was doing there to try and stop any opportunity for the Borough to move forward. Quickly played into the feet of Traore. Spread wide for Caleb Gray. Almost picked the pocket of Nguno, that time to Dyke. Benin Abraham, neat to get away from the challenge. Rolex just keeps himself on side. The sliding challenge comes into the path of Nico Barros. In behind for Benin Abraham. Spinning away from Munoz. Now trapped in the corner, but able to win the corner. For the Nitros, they have another opportunity from a set piece. Less than 5 remaining in the match. Can either team find a goal inside the 90 and win or hold promotion in the League One Men's Premier Division? Ensuing corner towards the back post. Headed along. Frage will put it back into a dangerous area. Rolex took a touch. And it's into the path of Gagliano. And he was looking to play quickly, but nobody forward for the Borough. They'll spread wide here for Julius. He'll stride forward into the feet of Silverstein. Able to get by Frash. Silverstein into the area. And Allison quick out of his net to corral that. Silverstein has gone down and behind the play. Frash into Barros. Barros could not find Rolex, and that should stop play for Silverstein to receive treatment. Another substitution getting ready to be made. It'll be for the Borough. It's going to be Victor Munoz. Who was initially the one to get replaced, but with Silverstein down, that may change things. Joshua Diaz gets ready to enter for the Borough. He's only featured in 18 minutes so far in League One play this season. He'll stay on the bench for now as he heads back towards the dugout, but with Silverstein still down, you expect the Borough may have to use their change in a different direction if they have to take him off of the field. It was in the challenge where he had played that ball across into the box. There's nothing in it, just two bodies going into a challenge, and now the Borough's going to have to play with one man down as Silverstein continues off on the sideline. DeMarco in towards Rolex inside the box. It's cleared away by Julius, and now with Rustemi. He's taken down, he wins the free kick, and the Borough will slow things down as they'll try and get that substitution now to get back to 11. Silverstein will re-enter the match for now, but limping heavily on that right leg. And we'll see how long he can continue here in this match. Nearing in on the 90th minute. Francis will spread wide quickly over to Silverstein. He was able to challenge for that aerial duel, and he'll win the throw. Julius to take the throw in the corner, cleared away by Porphyris. Now Francis able to step up and will clear back inside the 18-yard box. Allison will come out to collect. And now we'll find ourselves into extra time here in the 90. 5 added minutes. Still lots of time to find one more goal here in this match. Otherwise, we're going to added time. Frage away. Julius, that came off a hand. And it's going to be a free kick going the North Toronto Nitro's way. Borough now electing to not make that change. And we'll see if that will affect in any way they play here near the end. It was Joshua Diaz who was expected to come in for Munoz, and when Silverstein went down, that changed the idea for Coach Kian Jadavi, and how he wants to approach the final 5 minutes here of this match here, now in extra time. Cleared away by Nguno. Vukas. Into the path there. Here's Dyke. Benjamin Dyke cutting in towards his left. Trying to get the shot away. It was blocked by Traore. Vukas in the air for DeMarco. Ushered into the corner, trying to win that one out of play. Came all the way to Traore. He'll clear all the way the length of the field. Kadib backpedaling will send it all the way to Allison, but didn't have quite enough to get there. Pickering had to clear it all the way to Barrows here on the near side. Porphyris was looking long, but that one out of play. It's looking like we may see an extra 30 minutes here in this match. Munoz tied up there with a few nitros, and North Toronto is able to win the free kick here. And this could be the last real opportunity for either team inside extra time. Barrels toward the back post. Cleared away by Silverstein. Gray will help it along. And Kadib with a bouncing ball will have to be careful here with Rostemi tight on his back. Rolex got him behind, is able to get that looping ball. In towards Dyke, who sent it across the face, but it was blocked by Traore. And now here comes the Borough. Rostemi was taken down. He's able to win the free kick. Yellow card to come. Never mind, it's going to be a warning against... No, it will be yellow against Noah Pickering. And now the Borough will look to load players into the area here. Three and a half minutes played of the 5 minutes of extra time. It's Alex Garibo to stand over the free kick. He'll loop it all the way towards Nkunu at the back post. Challenges up against Allison, who didn't get the initial challenge, but got back to collect it on the ground. He had got a battle there with Traore as he looked to play quick. A free kick will go North Toronto way. But less than a minute remaining now of the supposed to be played 5 minutes of added time. Kadib looking to spread long for Fraj. Julius had to be sure as he wins that ball in the air. Fraj. Benny and Abraham knocked down. Silverstein commits the foul. The Nitros will look to do as the Borough did and load players into the box here. Porphyris to take the free kick. High looping ball and towards the back post. Gagliano came out and cleared it away from danger. A free kick going the Borough's way. Gray got caught up that time with Luca DeMarco. I'm talking to now at center field as Pickering had an issue with Francis on the call. And Nkunu forward. Whistle in the referee's mouth, and he'll blow for the end of the 90 minutes. Full-time score, 1-1. The Borough struck first with Alice Kuzaj, and it wasn't much long after the North Toronto Nitros were able to tie it at 1 apiece. And that's how we'll finish. Still tied after the 90. We'll go to an added time of 30 minutes. And if it's still tied after that, we'll go to a penalty shootout. Need a winner here tonight to find who will see themselves in the Premier Men's Division next season in League One Ontario. But for now, we'll step aside. We'll rejoin you for extra time when we come back.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League. The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca.
So full-time couldn't keep these teams from staying even 1-1 after 90, and we'll head to 2 15-minute added time extra periods here at the promotion relegation match of the League One Men's Premier Division. I'm Noah Vogel. Thanks for tuning in here on League One TV on YouTube. Similar to what last season's promotion relegation match was, and when St. Catharines Roma was able to take down Guelph United and get promotion to the Men's Premier Division. They saw themselves in extra time. They went all the way to penalties. We'll see if that is replicated here tonight. Just the one substitution, and it's coming from the Borough as Gabriel DeRogan will enter into the match as Victor Munoz, who was expected to come off before the full-time whistle had gone, and he'll exit now. A chance here for the Borough as that's cleared away by Kadib, and he had to do so as Garibo was entering the back post. DeRogan, another player who had played a lot of his summer in the U20s. He's only played 52 minutes so far this season in League One. And a corner here early on for the away side. In towards the back post area. Allison to punch. Got another knock at it again. It'll allow for Dyke to clear upfield. DeRogan able to turn away from pressure. Gray looking in behind for Ngunu, who was well advanced from his regular position. The Borough coming into this game in the championship division had the least amount of losses, only 2 in the regular season. 10 draws. And if you consider this another draw, that'll add to the record. A team that just always seems to find themselves knotted after 90 minutes, but they need to find a way to get themselves ahead of the Nitros, and they did so in the second half with Alex Kuzaj getting the first goal just after the 60th minute. They just weren't able to hold on as the Nitros in the home side fought back to tie things at 1 apiece. Here's Gray. DeRogan. And Guno will switch across to the far side for Julias. Continues forward, but it was cut out by Barros. All the way back for Allison, who clears it upfield. DeRogan knocked down by Vukas in the center area, and Dyke felt like he was held back that time by Ngunu. And cries came from the Nitros bench, but referee saw nothing in it. Julias. Garibo trying to play over top for Silverstein, who was down. It looked like he hurt his right ankle near the end of that 90th minute point and has been able to continue. Here's Elmer Akby. Switch to the far side by Traore. Silverstein knocks down for Julias. He had his pocket picked by Benny and Abraham, but able to recollect himself and win that challenge on the far side. Flicked on. Garibo trying to play it over to El Marakbi, who had to rush over inside center field. Now Traore. And Gunu taken down by Vukas, and he's going to receive another yellow for the home side. Francis stands over the free kick, just inside the Nitros half. It was Rolex who picked up the card, not Vukas. Nonetheless, the free kick sent in towards 18-yard box, and Tarogan had picked up that loose ball, but he was knocked over and cleared out of play. Barrows plays it forward, and Gunu able to intercept. Traore will play wide for Gray. Traore, DeRogan.
Yellow card issued to Nitros. Number 9, Cyrus Rollins, in the 4th minute of added time.
That one played forward, and Garibo got knocked down. They got down a bit softly, and no call to come. 5 minutes into this extra time period, and both teams trying to figure each other out. Allison had a bit of a mishap there, as that kick has not gone as far as he intended to. Borfra's trying to play him behind. Gray cut it out. Vukas to Porfris, played wide now for Frage. The Nitros goal scorer in regulation time. Barrow spreads wide now here for DeMarco. Luca DeMarco inside the 18. DeMarco a drive. The rebound cleared away by Francis. Traore. And Garibo tried to spread wide for Silverstein, but he was not in the position he wanted him to. Throwing for the Nitros on the far side, just in front of the Borough technical area. Porfir's able to skip the challenge. He'll look to spread wide for DeMarco in a battle with Gray. Trying to work towards the byline, and Ngunu came across to support him. Now El Marakbi gets it back near at center field. Barros just got a nick on it and was able to stop him in his tracks. Sliding challenge from Gray, but Dyke's still on it. Now towards the penalty area. Cut out by Francis. Gray clears. Barros. Touched across now for DeMarco. His ball towards the back post. Benyon Abraham. Looking to isolate himself with Drulias. He's knocked down. Free kick coming to the Nitros. Barros will be the one to stand over it again. He's had a couple of great deliveries into the box. Can he deliver once more? Bodies pile inside around the 12-yard penalty spot marker. Barros to the back post. Came in and back across the front of the goal. No one able to put it in for the Nitros. Cleared away by Ngunu. Kadib trying to keep it in. He does. And he's able to find Vukas. He was pressured hard there by Garibo. El Marakbi couldn't get the touch on it. DeMarco cleverly away from El Marakbi. Gray sliding in, is able to win the challenge but concedes the throw. Played quickly into the path of Dyke. Nitros remain with possession via throw from DeMarco. Kadib. Back for DeMarco. Look at DeMarco dispossessed now. Here comes Garibo. He's tied up with DeMarco. No call coming. And that ball sent in behind. I think Dyke thought he was offside. The Borough couldn't believe that that wasn't called a foul. Seemed pretty blatant from the sideline, but referee felt there was nothing in it. Minutes played now here in extra time. Gagliano looking to usher his team forward as he'll look to spread wide out here for El Marakbi. Came off the chest of Kadib and out of play. Another substitution getting ready, and it's going to be another from the Borough as El Marakbi will be the one to exit. And a like-for-like swap in the attacking position. Yasin El Bermaki. El Bermaki only featured in 18 minutes this season in League One. Again, the majority in the U20s, but a creative outside attacking player. We'll see if he can bring a spark here in this extra time for the Borough. Again, with the amount of attacking players they're missing due to other commitments in the fall time, is giving players like El Bermaki a chance in a big game like this. And quickly into the fire, he's trying to take on DeMarco, who skips away from him. Look at DeMarco still working, who's knocked down. He wins the free kick in quite a dangerous position. Nico Barros once more to take charge here as he places the ball ahead of the four-man Borough wall. Certainly in shooting range here for Nico Barros if he decides to do so. Barros towards the back post. That one over the top of Porphyris, still inside the 18-yard area. DeMarco, that one always rising. And over the top of the crossbar, we're nearing in on the halftime of the extra time. 12 minutes played so far in extra time. DeMarco flicked that one on. He'll go out for a Borough throw. Dorogan escapes pressure and finds Nguno. Spread wide for Silverstein. Francis. Dorogan again manning himself in the middle. He's found himself in between pockets here early on since coming on at the start of extra time. Here's Traore. Jaje Traore once more. Borough trying to hold possession here now. The pressure from the Nitros has put them in a healthy position here to try and get that goal to finish things here in extra time. Traore able to escape the challenge. Advantage played on. Traore. Garibo. Traore twisting. Still can't find a pocket of space. Here's Dorogan. Again with Traore. Albermacchi. Now with Nguno. Traore. Spread wide over for Silverstein. He wins the first aerial duel. Cleared away by Porphyris. And now up in the air by Sufjan Frage, and will allow for Rolex to battle with Francis that time. Back inside the attacking third for the Borough. Help down now here for Silverstein. Looking to isolate himself with Frage. Got it back off of Barros, but he fouled him. And Barros is down, cramping now, just outside his own penalty area. This stoppage will lead us into added time here, the first half of extra time. The referee indicating there will be no more time to play. It's up to the referee discretion after Barrows had gone down. So maybe an extra minute here of the first half of added time. That one played in behind, but all the way into the hands of Gagliano, and that will be the whistle for the first half of extra time. And nothing to show for either teams. A couple of chances inside the box, but nothing real clinical, and nothing to break the deadlock here. Still tied at 1 between the Borough and the North Toronto Nitros. We'll be back momentarily. Stay locked in here on League One Live as we continue into the second half of extra time of the promotion relegation match of the League One Men's Premier Division. 15 played, 15 more to go here in extra time. 1-1 the score between the Borough FC and the North Toronto Nitros. Both teams looking to find themselves in the Men's League One Premier Division next season. Who will be the team? Final 15 minutes of play time. If it's still tied, we'll head to penalties to find ourselves the winner here. The last game of the League One Men's 2025 season. And the Borough to kick things off quickly. Silverstein got in behind. Porfris didn't deal with that also well, and he'll have to clear it out for a throw. Drulias playing over top, looking for Rostemi. Free kick was coming for the Nitros, and they elect to take it quickly here. Abraham in behind. Now the run made by Dyke. In towards the end line. Back across goal, and Gagliano was all over as he smothers that cross. Francis. Played forward, Pickering cut it out. Vukas was dispossessed as Garibo plays it now into the path of Elbermaki towards the back post, and that one whiskers away from curling in on the bottom right corner. Yes, and Elbermaki has only been on for a short time here in extra time, and he almost planted himself in Borough history if he was able to put that one in the back of the net. Allison to play forward. Barros and about there with Tarogan, kept in by Frage. That one played out by Porphyris, so it'll be a Borough throw. Porphyris to nod down. Vukas head forward, ping-ponging now inside the Borough third. Flick forward for Dyken, a huge challenge by Drulias to keep that away from him. And Gagliano well out of his goal, but able to corral that loose ball. It's going to take a lot to find the final goal here if we can get one in extra time. Both teams have been solid in the back so far this game. You feel it'll take a mistake for either team to get a real chance. Here's Abramaki. That ball behind for Rostemi is cleared away by Porphyris. Throw played into the corner. And that one out of bounds will go for a Nitro's goal kick. And counter-attacking football is where the Borough have found their success so far in this game. Just haven't been able to capitalize on the final third of the Nitros. Porphyris plays forward. Headed down, flicked on by Dorogan, but now into the path of Benian Abraham. Far side for Kadib. Vukas. Now with Rolex. Cyrus Rolex inside the 18. And that one rolls in on Gagliano, and Probably his easiest save of the match. And a Borough player down inside the box. It looks like it's Caleb Gray. As he looks to receive treatment, Caleb Gray. Another player that's had such a big impact on this Borough side, and a very, very young talent, only 17 years of age. He started in the last 5 matches in the regular season before coming into this one. He scored against Windsor City. His only goal of the season, playing majority of the left back position. But he has been rock solid here tonight, and he looks like he's going to be okay to continue. He'll just have to exit the field momentarily after receiving treatment, so Borough down to 10. So Gray ushered back onto the field, and we'll continue with Gagliano inside his own penalty area. That one shanked a little bit and only came as far as Darugan, but almost broke that time for Elber Mackey, but it was cut out by DeMarco. Gray sliding in, but couldn't keep it away from Benny and Abraham. Here he is now, driving in towards goal. Gray with another challenge. Rostemi. Now with Traore. He's looking for Silverstein in behind. Sylvain Fresh was able to get back quickly. Silverstein working down the line, and a challenge coming in from Fresh. He commits the throw. Silverstein once more. And he couldn't quite win the corner that time. It'll be a goal kick for the Nitros. Allison will take his time as he gets his team up out of the goal kick. Less than 8 to play here now in the 30 minutes of extra time. Flicked on forward. Gray tracking back will find Gagliano. Rostemi beat that time by Pickering. Dyke comes back, played forward by Barros. Francis gives a bouncing ball back to Gagliano, and he just has to clear. Fan in the stands taking his chance at controlling that high lofted ball. Now here's Barros. Held by 2 Borough players, and he's able to win the free kick. And Barros definitely is going to be the one to want to stand over this free kick after winning it. And a tight angle, really only a chance to deliver into the area. 2 in the wall for the Borough. Pickering moving forward in towards the back post. And the target for Barros. That's where he goes towards. Pickering back into the area, flicked on. Rolex towards goal! Cyrus Rolex! In extra time, that could be the winner. Pickering did ever so well to put that ball back into a dangerous area. Was flicked on once more, and Cyrus Rolex, who adds to his 10-goal tally in the regular season, gets one in extra time. And the home North Toronto Nitros lead 2-1. And who else but Cyrus Rolex, who had so many chances during the match. Waits until the final minutes of this game to try and get it. However, the linesman is calling over the head referee to make sure that Rolex receives that yellow card after he took off his shirt, and he was already on a yellow before. So that's going to put the Nitros down to 10 men. Rolex sent off after a double yellow, and the second coming off his celebration. Could deem to be a trouble for the Nitros, but they just have to hold on for 5 more minutes.
North Toronto Nitros goal scored in the 124th minute by number 9, Cyrus Rolex.
Still waiting for Rolex to exit the facility before they can get things back underway. Now the Borough with minimal time remaining with the man advantage after the red card, needing a goal to send this promotion relegation match to a possible penalty kick finish. Traore will play forward right off the kickoff. Won by Pickering. Dorogan. Rustemi. Dyke will clear. And anything out right now for the Nitros is good enough. Trulias. Forward into the outside of the 18 is cleared by Perforas. Silverstein. Still Silverstein. And Gunu. And that one always veering away from the net from Elber Mackey. And Allison going to take his time now with the goal kick. He's down inside his own area. Trainer to come out to the field now to attend to Nick Allison. This will add time to the end of the 30 minutes of extra time. But Cyrus Rolex with the goal to give the Nitros the lead in what could keep them inside the League One Men's Premier Division next season, and what would be heartbreak for the Borough, and what was such a successful year for them in the championship, just couldn't quite reach the automatic promotion. Find themselves now down 1 with minimal time remaining. Allison back onto his feet as he clears away on the goal kick. To Rogan. Traore to play forward for Silverstein to chase, and Fraj will just clear away.
Awarded to Nitros, number 12, Kingola in the 117th minute.
One back by Julius now with John J. Traore. Sprung wide for Gray, who has to backpedal now inside his own half. Francis. Traore. Borough needing to hurry up here. There will be time added on at the end of the 30. Silverstein trying to head that one back towards goal, and that one runs well out of bounds. And Allison will take his time to plant this ball for the goal kick. Joshua Diaz getting ready for the Borough over on the far side for a substitution. Allison will play forward. Traore heads it back towards Garibo. Couldn't quite get the second touch as it's cleared away by Porfris. Now Gray will settle. Nearing in on the final minute of the 30. And Guno now in a forward position here for the Borough. Dyke now with a chance to get ahead in front of Trulias, who had taken him out. Dyke was in behind, and it's going to be a yellow towards the Borough right back. And that will now allow for the Borough to make their substitution. And will give the Nitros a chance to kill more time here. So Benjamin Dunn to enter the match for the Nitros as they make a sub on top of Joshua Diaz coming into the game for the Borough. So like for like swap on either side as Ben Dunn will move in that right back position as he looks to shore up this win here. Nitros now moving deeper into a back five. 4 minutes of added time added at the 30th minute here of extra time. Is that enough for the Borough to escape one more goal and keep this match on? Traore spins wide for Elbermacki. Diaz. Over the top, it's cut out by Dunn, and he clears it away. Anything away for the Nitros is what they want right now. Borough needing a miracle here now to try and get something at the end of this game. Swung in towards the near post. That one flicked on. Dangerous here. Silverstein chases onto it. Dyke ran in over by Silverstein as he commits the foul. That'll be a Nitros free kick. And some battling now in the corner here as the referee ushers his way over. And now you see the emotions from the Borough side who are down and not what you want to see. Both teams getting real physical now. Benches clearing on either side. It'll not be surprising if many of red cards are thrown out here at the end of the game. Still tussling and mouthing just outside the Nitros 18-yard box. All referees on the field at this point. This is not what the Borough needed if they wanted to get one more goal here. Well, they'll need to get all the players and coaches off the field if they're going to want to continue. The referee walking over with his hand reaching toward his back pocket. And Silverstein's going to receive a red card. And it'll be 10 against 10 now for the remainder of this match. And you would expect at least a warning towards both benches who had cleared after punches were thrown in the corner. So another red card issued, but it was to DeMarco, who had already been subbed off the field. But now he was going to have to exit the facility after he rushed onto the playing area in the corner. So DeMarco and Silverstein sent off. As well as Cyrus Rollix, who was sent off earlier after scoring and receiving a second yellow. So it will be 10 against 10 here for what we have remaining. It was 4 added minutes, which have already well gone by, but we'll most likely see a 1 to 2 minutes more remaining here in this game. It'll be a Nitros free kick. The referee's still on the far side and communicating with both coaches after it was not a good sight seeing all the players and coaches head on to the field in the corner when Silversina got into it with Porphyris, and another yellow handed out to one of the coaching staff of the North Toronto Nitros. And now just at center field having a talk with the captains about what had just transpired. A physical way to end this match and what you feel might not allow enough time for the Borough to even find anything. Already into injury time of extra time. That one cleared all the way down the field by Porphyris, and it'll be a throw-in for the Borough. Headed back into the corner. Julias able to win it forward. Barrows away from a challenge. It's going to be a Nitros throw. Frage being ushered to take his time here as he fires that one into the corner for Barrows to chase. He's able to keep it in play. Julias will clear up for Vukas. Heads down for Frage. And the final whistle blown. And by the skin of their teeth in extra time, Cyrus Rolex gets the winner in the 117th minute of the match. And the North Toronto Nitros will stay in the League One Men's Premier Division in heartbreak for the Borough, as they won't see back-to-back promotions into the top division in League One. They'll remain in the League One Championship next season after what was a very, very successful year for them and something to surely build on. For the Nitros, definitely a wake-up call after what was a successful season. The fact they got to the semifinals of the League One Cup but weren't able to do it so much in the league, but they are able to escape relegation into the championship division. They do it here at home in a 2-1 final score. From myself, Noel Vogel, thanks for tuning in here week in, week out for the matches of the week here of League One Ontario Men's Premier and Championship, and for the Women's League One Premier and Championship games. This will do it for the League One season. Don't forget to tune in the end of November for the U20 League One Fall Season Championships. We'll see you then for that. But for now, thanks for tuning in. From myself here at Downsview Park, have a great evening.